The Kite Runner was written by Khaled Hosseini, an Afghan-American author who brought his own experiences to life in this moving story. Published in 2003, the book came out during a time when the world was paying close attention to Afghanistan, especially after the events of 9/11 and the subsequent war. Hosseini, who left Afghanistan as a child in the 1980s due to the Soviet invasion, drew from his memories of Kabul and his family's journey to the United States to craft this novel. Set against the backdrop of a changing Afghanistan, from a peaceful childhood in the 1970s to the chaos of war and the rise of the Taliban, the story follows Amir, a young boy whose life is shaped by friendship, guilt, and redemption. It's a powerful tale that mixes personal struggles with the larger history of a nation, making it a widely loved book that touches readers deeply. The story begins with Amir, now an adult living in California, looking back on his childhood in Kabul. He's haunted by a moment from his past, something he did or didn't do that he can't forget. As a kid, Amir grows up in a big house with his father, Baba, a respected businessman who's strong and full of pride. Amir feels like he can never live up to Baba's expectations, especially since he's not as brave or athletic as his father wants. His best friend is Hassan, the son of their servant Ali, who's a Hazara, an ethnic group often looked down on in Afghanistan. Hassan is loyal and kind, always standing by Amir, even though Amir sometimes treats him badly because of the social differences between them. Their bond is strongest during the annual kite fighting tournament, a big event in Kabul where boys battle with kites, cutting each other's strings to win. Amir flies the kite, while Hassan runs to catch the last one that falls, a role he takes seriously because it makes Amir happy. In 1975, Amir wins the tournament, and Hassan goes to get the blue kite, which would prove Amir's victory to Baba. But things go wrong when Hassan is trapped in an alley by Asif, a cruel bully who hates Hazaras. Asif and his friends attack Hassan, raping him while Amir watches from a distance, too scared to step in. This moment changes everything. Amir feels overwhelming guilt, even though he doesn't admit it right away, and it starts to break his friendship with Hassan. After the attack, Amir can't face Hassan. He starts avoiding him, and to push him away, he plants a watch and some money under Hassan's bed, pretending Hassan stole them. When Baba confronts Ali and Hassan, Hassan confesses to protect Amir, even though it's a lie. Ali, heartbroken, decides to leave with Hassan, and they disappear from Amir's life. Soon after, the Soviet Union invades Afghanistan, forcing Baba and Amir to flee to Pakistan and eventually to the United States. The war tears Kabul apart, and Amir grows up in California, trying to leave his past behind, but the memory of Hassan lingers. Years later, Amir is in his 30s, married to Soraya, a kind woman whose father, General Taheri, is a proud Afghan exile. They struggle with infertility, which adds to Amir's sense of failure, echoing his childhood feelings about Baba. One day, Rahim Khan, an old friend of Baba's, calls Amir from Pakistan, urging him to come visit. Rahim is dying, and he reveals a secret. Hassan was Amir's half-brother. Baba had an affair with Ali's wife, making Hassan his son, though he never acknowledged it. Rahim also tells Amir that Hassan is dead, killed by the Taliban, and that Hassan had a son, Sohrab, who's now in an orphanage in Kabul. Rahim asks Amir to rescue Sohrab, suggesting it's a chance for redemption. Amir returns to a war-torn Afghanistan, a place he barely recognizes. With the help of an old friend, Farid, he finds Sohrab in the orphanage, but learns he's been taken by Asif, now a Taliban official. Amir tracks Asif down, and in a brutal confrontation, Asif beats him nearly to death. Sohrab, using a slingshot like his father once did, saves Amir by shooting Asif in the eye, allowing them to escape. This fight feels like a reckoning for Amir, a way to face the guilt he's carried since childhood. He takes Sohrab back to Pakistan, promising to adopt him and give him a new life in America. The journey back isn't easy, though. Sohrab, traumatized by his experiences, stops speaking and struggles to trust anyone. When Amir and Soraya try to bring him to the U.S., they hit legal roadblocks, and in a moment of despair, Amir suggests Sohrab might be better off in an orphanage. This crushes Sohrab, who attempts to harm himself, cutting his wrists in the bathroom. Amir and Soraya rush him to the hospital, and though he survives, the incident leaves a scar, both physical and emotional. Slowly, Sohrab begins to open up, and a turning point comes when Amir takes him to a park in California to fly kites, just like in Kabul. During the kite fight, Sohrab smiles for the first time, and when Amir offers to run the kite for him, Sohrab nods, a small sign of healing. The story ends with Amir and Sohrab flying kites together, a quiet moment that suggests hope after so much pain. Amir reflects on his journey, realizing that rescuing Sohrab hasn't erased his guilt, but it's given him a way to make amends. He thinks about Hassan, feeling a mix of sorrow and love, and wonders if this new bond with Sohrab can be a step toward peace. The war in Afghanistan continues, but for Amir, the kite string connecting him to Sohrab feels like a lifeline. Hosseini weaves a rich tapestry of themes throughout the novel. The kite fighting scenes symbolize both joy and tragedy. Amir's victory as a child brings pride, but it also leads to Hassan's suffering. The class and ethnic tensions between Pashtuns like Amir and Hazaras like Hassan reflect the broader conflicts in Afghanistan, showing how personal betrayals mirror national ones. Redemption is a key thread, as Amir's quest to save Sohrab becomes his way to confront his past mistakes. The story also explores father-son relationships, from Amir's complicated bond with Baba to his new role with Sohrab, highlighting the need for forgiveness and understanding. The characters are deeply human and flawed. Amir starts as a cowardly boy, shaped by his need for Baba's approval, but grows into a man willing to risk his life for another. Hassan's loyalty, even after betrayal, makes him a tragic hero, while Baba's strength hides his own secrets and regrets. Sohrab, though quiet, carries the weight of his losses, offering a chance for Amir to rebuild what was broken. The Kite Runner holds a profound significance because it takes us into the heart of guilt and redemption, showing how one act can shape a lifetime and how love can heal even the deepest wounds. It paints a vivid picture of Afghanistan's history, blending personal stories with the country's struggles, which makes it feel urgent and real. The book also challenges us to think about loyalty, forgiveness, and the power of second chances, themes that resonate across cultures. Readers are drawn to it because it's honest and emotional, pulling them into Amir's journey and leaving them with a sense of hope amid the pain, encouraging us to reflect on our own lives and the choices we make.